Hello, welcome back to F1 Manager 22. Now, last episode was the Australian Grand Prix. We didn't do greatly. Didn't do greatly around there. It was a Ferrari 1-2. We got a 15th and a 19th. Sergio Perez DNF'd himself. Saudi Arabia was pretty eventful actually. We finished 14th and 18th. We did get in, of course, Seb got kind of involved in a little bit of a crash with Lando, inevitably DNFing Lando from the race, and Fernando Alonso, well, he just crashed into the wall. He just went straight into a wall. But Lance Stroll, he's not really been doing a whole lot. Number of drivers finishing position 15th. You want finishing drivers 15th too. Okay. And reach Q2. Number of drivers 2. Oh. Oh dear. You want to reach that's a guarantee. They want us to reach Q2 with both drivers. So far, Lance Stroll's never made it into Q2 once in his life this season. Now, what I'm thinking, if I just filter some drivers here, if I just filter these drivers by free agent, I go average rating of that. Are there anyone? There is nobody under that average rating. David Schumacher's a free agent. Age 31. Overall rating, that's not good. I don't feel like that's good at that age. David Schumacher, overall rating 47. Oh jeez, that's terrible. David Beckman. If I was to maybe filter back to F3 and I could put, what's the highest rated in F3? The highest rated in F3 is Alexander Schmorkeler. He's rated 60 overall. Enzo Tully's only rated 34. But I can't sign him because, you know, not old enough. Jack Crawford. Age 16, overall rating of 59. Once he gets 2 years older, he might be a shout. Once he gets 2 years older, he might be a shout. He's not a shout right now because he ain't 18. I need to be 18 to drive an F1 car. Oh! Well now Theo Porcher is a good shout actually. Theo Porcher seems like a really good shout. As a driver we could stick into the reserve car and build up, because age 18, overall rating of 72. If I was to, hang on, what's the, leave that edge now, what's the, see, Stroll is only 79. Remaining contract, 8 months. Lol. Unlike Stroll's actual F1 contract, which is just like forever. Stroll just goes until the day Lawrence Stroll sells Aston Martin. We'll bring in Theo Porcher, I reckon. He could be a good shout. He can replace... He can replace Nico Hulkenberg for now. And then we'll build him up in the practice sessions. Build him up in the practice sessions and inevitably get him to replace Lance Stroll. We'll give you 3 seasons. We'll give you... Your salary can be that. Wait, what's the salary of Lance Stroll? Can I check? Stay there, mate. What are we paying? What are we paying each of you? Your contract. 4.4 million. Your salary is only 2.9 million for Stroll. And we're paying Sebastian Vettel 14 million. So, okay. Fair Porcher. So let's bring you in. We'll bring you in for 3 seasons. We'll give you a little bit more than we're giving Stroll, I reckon. I won't give you as much as Hulkenberg, because that just seems overpriced. But Stroll's on about 2.2, so we'll give you about 2.5. And just for signing with the team, just for joining the team, give you $15,000 just to appear on the team. He seems quite happy with that. His season, contract length in seasons isn't great, but he seems alright with, you know, everything else. So Hulkenberg will be yeeted out, and Theo Porcher is now part of the team. She's good. She's good. Now, I'm thinking what I'm going to do differently. When have I got stuff coming in? I've got a new suspension coming in tomorrow. The research regulation period opens just before the Italian Grand Prix, so I've got that to go around into. Our chassis is done then. Oh, come on. Chassis is done on a Tuesday after the Grand Prix. And then literally the day of the Miami Grand Prix, our front wing is done. And then our factory wind tunnel upgrade is done then. When's our actual factory upgrade done? Factory upgrade complete. That's not done till June. That's quite a ways off actually, the factory. So what we're going to do, we're just going to skip past a load of stuff. Suspension, good. Suspension manufactured, thank you. We're not going to use the suspension on that. It's just there as a backup in case we need it. That's what it was made for. It was made as a backup suspension. Apparently your side pods are low stock on them. Yeah, we'll rush that out the door actually. Emergency, fuck it. Should we just do an emergency? Yeah, fuck it, why not? Yeah, fuck it, why not? Basically means if you both crash out in the Italian Grand Prix, we've got spares in time for that. The regulation vote results. See what's going on then. Car research has been unlocked. Minor technical changes have been imposed. Everybody apart from Ferrari and Mercedes voted for it. Mercedes and Ferrari wanted major changes, apparently. Which means a load of things are going down 10 or 30%. They're talking about hiring David Beckman. No, I'm quite alright, Fred. I'm quite alright, thanks. I've just hired FIA for chair. Yep. What's this research sec? What's the research? Because that's now been unlocked. What do we do here? No design. I can't do that yet. I would have to wait 5 days before I can see what the research thing is. Fine, whatever. We won't see what the research section is yet then. I guess we won't see what the research section is then. I did that already, didn't I? Yeah, I did that. We're all good. Let's go to the race weekend. The Italian Grand Prix with Ferrari. They're going to potentially want to try and get some wins. They're going to want to be looking strong around here. Ferrari, they're going to be trying to look strong around here, around their home race. You found a book about my hometown in Tesco's yesterday.
But here in Imola, the air is red hot. Welcome to Ferrari's turf for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
I think I know which book you're talking about, Els.
But the first official Formula One race was held here in 1980. Let's see what excitement lies ahead this year. This is Imola, and it's an old school track with plenty of elevation changes and lots of corners. There's only one DRS zone here, but it follows the long straight right before Tamburello and should see plenty of action. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs, and nothing is certain at this stage. There's nothing like a race weekend in Formula One.
I know which book you're talking about as well, Els, I think. I know which book you're talking about, Els. I think I my mum bought it at one point. And I know the person that wrote it. Actually, I'm curious about one thing. Now that you've mentioned that book you said you found, I'm curious. Let me Google something real quick. I'm going to do something different there, so I'm going to simulate all the free practice sessions. I want to see how the game does versus how I do. Because bearing in mind, last time around I got Seb's confidence to about like 80 odd around Australia, and Stroll's just, well, he hates every setup I give him. So I'll sim it and I'll see what we get out of all. Just out of curiosity.
Thank you for joining us as we proceed to qualifying and the fight for pole begins. While everyone will be talking about the battle for pole, there is still so much to be contested here today. Qualifying presents a tremendous opportunity for all 10 constructors and their drivers, as a strong performance now will put them in good stead for tomorrow's race. Let the competition commence.
I'm googling something, hold on. So, all your practice sessions are done. Let's see what happened. Track acclimatization, 100%. Car parts knowledge is 100. Setup confidence on 64 and 65. So their setup confidence isn't great. It's not a great setup confidence, is it? It's not great. That's not great. How do we do in... all of the practice sessions? FP1 Max Verstappen topped it, fine. 17th and 18th, so we're slightly ahead of the Williams. Practice 2. 17th and 18th. Practice 3. 17th and 18th. 2 seconds off the pace. And much like the real world, Nicholas Latifi is bottom of the grid. I'm actually curious about one thing in particular. Let me just check something. Because you mentioned that book, Ellie, so now I'm... Let's just see... Holy shit. I never looked, but you mentioned that book, Alice, and I was like, do you know what? You mentioned that book on Create a History book, and I was like, do you know what? It got me thinking. How many people turn up to Highland Games in Palakri?
Okay, 1, 2, loud and clear.
Okay, it's green now.
It got me thinking how many people turned up to that. 10,000 attendance throughout the whole day. Jesus Christ, biggest it's ever been. Jeez. Everybody, who's gone out yet? Kevin Magnuson's gone out. We'll wait a little, we'll wait till... Fuck it. Stroll, you can go out now. Stroll, you can go out now, you're not likely to get into Q2, you may as well go out now. We'll send Seb out once the track weather comes up a little bit, like 7, when it gets to 17 I reckon. Now seems like I could. We'll send Seb out now. Oh jeez, he's gonna have a bit of traffic with the Alpha Tauri, that's fine. Let's bring that page up for you. Bring that up page for you, just so I can see your times and stuff. And I'll bring that page up for Seb. That's great. 10,000 people. Crazed. I mean, to be fair, I kind of expected a... kind of big sentiment. That's crazy. Oh wait, no, that was last year. That was 2019 I've read. Whoops. Oh, I read 2019. Where's 2021? Uh... 50,000 people turned up for that. The Highland Games in Palakri. Fucking hell. That probably explains quite a few things. That probably explains quite a few things as to why my work was extremely busy last Saturday. That probably explains quite a bit actually. Probably explains why my work was like just ridiculous, and we did like over 200 people in a day and made like 9 grand, which is the most my work's ever made and the most customers we've ever served as well. Which probably explains a lot. And also probably explains why the street was just full of people. As the Highland Games happened, and it's the most people to ever turn up. Stroll, where's he going to finish? You want to Stroll? 0.63 seconds off Magnussen, okay. Sebastian Vettel coming around. Latifi's 1.1 seconds off. Latifi's going to be most likely bottom again. Vettel is... Are we slower than Stroll? For the first time. For the first time this season, Stroll is a little bit better than Vettel. That could be a setup thing. Which could be a setup thing, maybe. Maybe Stroll's just got a higher... The Stroll did have a slightly higher setup confidence. But also Seb had a higher rating. He might have got stuck with it. I wasn't really following Seb too much. He might have had some traffic. I wasn't following Seb too much, was following Stroll. So I say Stroll's not getting to Q2, it could be Seb. Not getting to Q2, we'll see. We'll send them back out again. That was just like their first sort of, you've set a lap kind of lap. It was just like your first you set a lap thing.
Pit lane.
Copy. He's 10 minutes up.
There we go, so we'll get both cars. We can figure both cars. Who's on what? Jeez, fuck is this? How many bloody soft tires do we use during the simmed practice session? What the fuck? Oh fuck. I mean, they're locked in for the race. And like, you would get a new set, one new set if you went to Q3, but Jesus Christ. Yeah, fuck it. We can figure Stroll, just mediums as well, fuck. Stroll can go out into mediums. Why the hell not? Try and save some soft tyres, fuck you go. I simmed a practice session, and it turns out the game has used like 97 tyres of the soft compound. I should play Disney Dreamlight Valley. No I shouldn't. Wait, Leclerc's 2.9 seconds. What's he doing down there? How is Leclerc so far off anyone? Ferrari's had a mare. Ferrari's had a complete mare with Leclerc. He's 3.7 seconds off. He's 3.7 seconds off his teammate. How's he done that? Leclerc's had a right mare. Send Stroll out. Off you go, Stroll. Off you go. And we'll send out Seb. Now through local time. We'll send out Seb. Give him a run off. Well, that's just great.
I think we've had a car run wide.
Ricardo's run wide. Leclerc's 3.8. What has happened here? What has happened? Does he have an issue? Have you got like a car issue, mate? I mean, he's in the pit right now. I don't know if Leclerc's got a car issue or not. But that's very odd. 3.8 seconds off of Verstappen. Something ain't right with Leclerc's car there. There's something with Leclerc's car not quite right. There is something not quite right with Leclerc's car there. If he's that far off paced. Like, how is he that far off pace? What happened? What happened in your lap that made you be almost 4 seconds behind Verstappen? What happened in your lap that made you be that far behind? There's Seb with his DRS coming down here home straight. Only DRS zone on here is now home straight. Right out. And Stroll slow. I expected Stroll to be slower than mediums, to be fair. Seb, oh, you've gone quicker. Seb's gone quicker. Seb has gone quicker. Seb's gone quicker around the first sector. Ooh. How did you run the second sector then? Oh, he's quicker again. 2 greens, he's quicker and quicker. Here's old Seb. Seb's quicker and quicker. He is in the bottom elimination zone, but he comes around to the final section, he's quicker, and he goes ahead of Stroll. Putting Stroll down into that elimination zone. I'm thinking, I was maybe going to save Stroll. Stroll's not going to get to Q2. You know what, Stroll? You might get out of Q2 if I send you out again on softs and try and make you beat your time. But I don't see you getting, you're not getting to Q3, so... May as well just send him back out. Was that Leclerc that's gone out? Yes, Leclerc's gone out. We're going to give Leclerc a following. Because clearly Ferrari have some issue. I want to see what's wrong with Leclerc's car. I kind of want to see what the issue is with Leclerc's car, to be honest. And why he's so far off. Where's Seb in relation to the pit lane? I don't think Seb will be able to go back out in time. Here comes Leclerc. Here comes Leclerc on his lap. Going to look to get in to Q2, which he had issues with. Leclerc had some issues with that earlier, clearly. But he's got to look to try now on what I assume is a new set of soft tyres. Yes, new set of soft tyres. Leclerc looking to get into that section.
Okay, and all the way to 0. All the way to 0. Car off.
He is quick at that sector. He has gone a little bit quicker. He's 1.3 seconds behind out Alex Albon. Lance Stroll doesn't make it into Q2. If Leclerc makes it into Q2, Sebastian Vettel will be out. realistically. And Leclerc does make it into Q2. I don't know what happened on his first lap, but he makes it through. Our Stroll has gone slower and slower. Seb doesn't make it through, but can Lawrence Stroll qualify Vettel for the first time this season? No. No, he can't. Lawrence Stroll cannot outqualify Sebastian Vettel, and that's P17 and P18 on the grid. Lovely.
Tension continues to build here as race day begins.
Aston Martin were on target for qualifying. Now it's up to them to defy expectations for the race itself. Haas met their potential in qualifying, and they'll be expected to make a good start on the grid. Let's see if they can make it work for them. A sunny day here with only a few clouds in the sky. If things stay this way, the weather shouldn't pose any challenges to the teams.
And seeing it all come together is sure to be a thrill. An exciting race ahead for us here at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
Here we go, the Italian Grand Prix, the first Italian Grand Prix of two. Max Verstappen took pole position. Then with Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc, Sergio Perez, both Mercs. Valtteri Bottas gets in. Guan Yu Zhou gets into Q3 as well there, in 10th position. Both McLarens didn't get in. And as per normal, oh wait, that's practice 1, lol. I'm reading practice 1 results, lol. Charles Leclerc takes pole position at his home race. Both Mercs are in. Bottas got in. Guan Yu Zhou did not get in. He missed out. Both McLarens are out, and Nicholas Latifi, well, he's just bottom anyway. That's where he starts. He starts bottom. Soft, medium, medium for Seb, maybe. As I go hard and then soft. I mean, Seb does do a lot better on the hards than Lawrence Stroll ever does. I think I can one-stop Seb because Seb does so much better. So that's maybe a strategy? Maybe a strategy? I'm not sure. We'll go... yeah, we'll go like that. We'll go with that. There we do.
Quite a few clouds overhead as we look at the lineup on the grid. And there's Sebastian Vettel. They're starting in the bottom half of the grid today, so there's a lot of cars between them and the podium.
Podium? What, you think this car's good enough for a podium, do you, mate? Come on, David Croft.
So today they'll be starting from the bottom.
Come on, David, get realistic. We haven't scored a single point this season.
Building to this.
We haven't scored 1 point this season, and you're talking about podiums.
The crowd are on their feet in anticipation of this, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Away we go. Well, Stroll's overtaking Vettel. Vettel's overtaking Stroll. And he's overtaking Mick Schumacher. And Albon's overtaking Stroll.
Stay cool, man. You've done a good job.
Stroll on the soft tyres has been overtaken by everybody.
Just gained by Williams. Let's have a look.
What happened there then?
Now we see the Williams here.
What's Albon done then? He just went round him. And Stroll's made no effort to defend it. Went round him, Stroll made no effort to defend it really. He didn't even make an effort to defend that one, Stroll. He just immediately, Alex Albon came in the outside of him, he just let him really. Was that a lock-up? And Sebastian Vettel overtakes Mick Schumacher. Oh, it's Bottas. Valtteri Bottas has dropped from 5th.
See Valtteri Bottas. And this, yes, there, that's the lock-up.
Oh, he's locked up and then he couldn't really do anything either. Because everybody was coming onto the grid. Because everybody was coming round the corner, Vettel went past him as well. Cleanly. Stroll went past him cleanly. TVG went past him cleanly.
They've moved up a place. Here's the replay.
Didn't even do anything.
Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin.
It's not really an overtake, is it? Not really an overtake warrant showing me. It only happened because Bottas couldn't really go anywhere or do anything. He had to wait before he crashed into somebody. He's a bit far behind now. Bottas, he's like 2.8 seconds off Stroll. Leclerc leads the way though from Carlos Sainz. Then it's Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton and Sergio Perez. Oh good. Perez is in a Merc sandwich right now. Lewis Hamilton and George Russell is in a Merc sandwich. Sergio Perez is a bit of a Merc sandwich.
DRS is enabled.
DRS is now enabled. There was a tiny ash yellow flag there. Oh!
I think someone's run wide. We can take a
What
look
happened?
now. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin.
Seb's locked up and he's just crashed it and spectacularly collided with a wall.
The team.
Oh no. Is he still in it though? I think he's still... I mean, he's not injured. Front wing's taken a lot of damage. Does he even have a front wing? He doesn't even have a front wing, it's just gone. Seb's front wing is just gone. Do I want to... I could do a double medium strategy with Seb then. We'll do the double medium strategy with Seb then. It's not what I wanted to do. We'll stick him on mediums. It wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to stick him hards to soft, but I can stick him medium to soft maybe. Medium to soft maybe, that might do.
Box.
I didn't want to pit you this early, Seb, but you broke your front wing off. Seb's not had a great race so far. He had an alright start, but his lock up and his crash into the walls just... It's not going great for him.
Sebastian, pit lane.
And in comes Seb.
So Sebastian, make sure you get your pit limiter as you come in the pit lane.
In comes Seb for his pit stop and his new front wing. On to go the medium tyres.
Doing a good job. Keep pushing.
And his new front wing is now attached to the car. And Seb can now leave. How far behind is he? 31 seconds behind Valtteri Bottas. Seb is. Oh dear. Oh god, look how far behind he is. Oh jeez. He's really far behind. He's not even gaining any time either.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position. Let's take a look at the
He
replay.
hasn't really gained any
Now let's have a
positions
look.
either.
It's Lance Stroll.
There he goes, Lance Stroll.
They take advantage and muscle their way through. Excellent work.
Lance Stroll does a good thing.
The driver's team there cheering them on.
Lance Stroll having a good overtake there. They've not even really gained any time anywhere. He's gained a little bit actually, he's 27. He's actually 27 seconds behind Latifi now. He's gained a bit of time. He wasn't really getting any time on Bottas, but he's gained quite a bit of time on Latifi. Yeah, Seb's strategy's kind of kadumphed. We'll just have to put medium to soft. Wasn't what I wanted to do, but you know what, Seb? You broke your front wing. You know, no Stroll doing. He's 1.4 seconds ahead of Bottas. He's holding Bottas up, which is good.
Let's make sure we keep them behind.
Keep everybody else behind you, Stroll. Go on, Stroll. Go on, Stroll. No, he's not kept Bottas behind him. He has not kept Bottas behind him.
Let's have a look.
I think
Now we
Bottas just had
see
the RS, didn't he?
Bottas.
He didn't even have the RS for Valtteri Bottas.
Moving
He
up
just
the
went
pace.
straight after Stroll.
Excellent work from them.
He just went straight past Stroll, and Stroll's
That
just...
was a bitter blow for the team. And it may...
And Stroll's just kind of let him, really. Stroll's just like, yeah, sure. Go ahead of me, Bottas. Whatever. Don't get monkey's butt. Don't get monkey's butt. Go ahead of me. Lando's coming into the pit. Alex Albon's overtaking him as well.
Someone's gone wide there.
Optimal pit lap for Lance Stroll. Let's bring him in. Bring him in onto the mediums.
Box.
Okay, I'm happy to box.
There's Lance Stroll. He's up Alex Albon's booty. So Valtteri Bottas is just gone. Alex Albon is 7 seconds behind Bottas. Bottas has overtaken us and just gone. He's literally just gone. Stroll comes into the pit. He's had a good pit stop. Decent pit stop from Stroll, decent. Jeez. Stroll's been to the pit and came out, and he's still ahead of Seb. Holy mother of God, Alex Albon's in P13. Is he holding? He's in P15 now. How's he doing? He's fighting Kevin Magnussen. Which, it's not great for us. Not great for us. We kind of want to be finishing ahead of both Williams, really. try and keep our position in the championship standings ahead of Williams. But if the results stay this way, well, Williams will be beating us. Meanwhile, up front, Leclerc still leads the way. This is with Carlos Sainz behind. Making it a Ferrari 1-2 at the Italian Grand Prix. Max Verstappen in third position. Oh, there was a bit of a Ferrari overtake there. Carlos Sainz tried to go for an overtake, Leclerc just blocked him off. Sergio Perez is in 4th, Hamilton's in 5th, Alonso's in 6th, with Russell in 7th. So Alonso's in a bit of a Merc sandwich right now, but Russell, he's trying to go around the outside. Fernando Alonso and gets it. Oh no, that was Esteban Ocon. That was Fernando Alonso. Did Ocon overtake Russell for about 4.2 femtoseconds then? But the top 3 still fighting. Verstappen does have the fastest lap of the race. He's doing pretty damn good. Two Ferraris still going. Looking strong in the home race. Looking strong in the home race, 2 Ferraris are looking strong. In the home race they are looking strong. Zeb. He's kinda about to be lapped. Leclerc's just pit, come out in 9th. Carlos Sainz continues on. Seb's about to be lapped by the Mercs as well. He's also about to be lapped by Leclerc, who's just pit. Which is a slightly concernable point. Which is a slightly concerning point. That Leclerc can pit and still lap us. Alex Albon pits and comes out in exactly the same position that he was. And Nicholas Latifi isn't last. Nicholas Latifi's great. He's 21st to 20. Oh god, yeah. Oh god, yeah. He is though. He is though. It's a 20 driver championship and he's 21st. Oh, things going. Lap 31.
They've run wide.
Lap 31, things are going alright. Oh, you can go a bit aggressive, mate.
Push a bit more.
Yeah, okay.
Push your fuel, Seb. Push your fuel.
You can stop, lift and coast.
Deploy. You've got a lot of fuel left.
Use energy if you need it, use energy.
Deploy and go for push.
Copy.
No saving required.
And attack.
Okay.
So we just need to push now. Copy that.
Use energy.
Okay.
fight it. Don't fight it, Stroll. Don't fight it. There you go. Seb slowly come back into this race. Albon is about 20 seconds off Latifi. But okay.
Looks like there's been a lockup.
Yellow flags are out. Yellow flags. Come on, Seb. Stroll. Don't fight Stroll. Don't fight it, Stroll. Seb, he gets the overtake on Alex Albon.
Aston Martin with
A lap
great
later,
play
he
there.
gets the overtake
They've
on
moved
Alex
up a
Albon.
place. Here's the replay. Taking a look again, it involves Sebastian Vettel.
Clean, just cuts him off around the corner. Seb Samuels, good,
And
get
there
back
they
into
go,
this race.
Moving up a position. Just incredible manoeuvring.
He's had a good comeback into this race, has Seb. Good come back into this race, Seb's had.
Need a charge here. Copy.
Rather snap, please. Stroll's got a load of fuel left. Stroll's doing amazing for fuel.
This is good. Come on.
We just need to charge up. Copy.
Stroll's doing great for fuel. I've been making Stroll push for like the last 4 laps. He's still got 4.8 laps of fuel. Extra.
Okay, happy to lift and coast. Copy.
Stroll's doing pretty damn well on his fuel, actually. Here comes Lance Stroll. We've entered his pit window. So we're pitting shortly off those mediums. He's 1.3 seconds off. He's almost ahead of Alex Albon.
Got loads of energy. Okay.
Vettel is 1.2 seconds ahead.
Okay, energy's good.
Yeah.
We'll just get Vettel to deploy a bit of energy.
So use energy.
Overtake Stroll.
Use overtake.
Come on, Stroll.
Yeah.
Overtake. Overtake him, Stroll. Overtake him. Come on, Stroll. Oh, side by side. Alex Albon, Lance Stroll, and Lance Stroll gets the overtake. Nicely done, Stroll. Nicely done. Now switch your ERS to defend.
Defend.
Copy.
That was very nicely done. Don't fight that one. Hold him behind you as well. Hold him behind you as well. Very, very nicely done from Lance Stroll. Good, solid, just clean overtake. Solid and clean overtake. For Stroll, you're going to come in.
Box, box.
Okay, I'm
What
happy.
the hell was that? That didn't say box, that said Sue. That didn't say box, that said Sue. What the fuck is you? You want to box Seb now, or do you want to box Seb a lap later? Now box Seb. We'll box Seb later. We'll box Seb on the next lap, I reckon. I mean, Seb has done a great job vaguely catching up to Latifi. He hasn't caught up to him, but he's brought a lot of time back. In comes Lance Stroll for his final pit stop. And away he goes, 2.8 second stop. It was an alright stop. Could have been better, but it was okay. What's everybody doing? Literally everyone, all the way down to Bottas in 10th, is a lap behind. It's ridiculous. Carlos Sainz now leads the race from Leclerc. Harvest. You can have the rest, please, and go push. Push, Vettel, push. We'll pit you.
Struggling with tyres.
Copy that.
Is it working what we're doing?
Yep, don't worry about it. So good. I've got an idea. I'm going to pit Seb on lap 46. Me reckon. Alex Albon overtakes him.
Energy's good.
Let's take a closer look. Now watch this. Here's the moments involving Albon.
Clean. Solid.
And
Clean.
there they go, moving up.
That was clean and solid from Albon. I'm going to bring him in and we're going to chuck on some soft tyres.
Box, pick and pump.
In you come, Seb. In you come. He's come out. In last place. We'll get him. A bit of deployment.
Can use energy.
Copy.
Lift and coast will help.
Yeah, copy.
Go on.
Save fuel.
Go on in. Go on in, Stroll. Save a bit of fuel. I mean, Stroll was very much pushing for like a good 20 odd laps. Battery's gone. Harvest that, please. This isn't a great race for us, this one. We're just kind of stone dead last. Like, Stroll is so far off Latifi, and Vettel's like 5 seconds off Stroll. We started off okay with Seb, but he's never really came back into the race very much ever since he crashed, really. Ever since he locked up and crashed into the wall, he's never came back into this race very much. It's been a great race from Seb. Arthur's Blaze. Oh, things 59, things looking okay. Carlos Sainz leads the way.
7 laps to go.
8 seconds ahead of Charles Leclerc. And Sergio Perez in front of Verstappen in fourth for 2 Red Bulls. Possibly fighting a little bit by the look of it. Then comes our Mercedes drivers of Hamilton and Russell. With Alonso in that fight. Esteban Ocon's kind of just in a fight with himself. Because he's 8.3 seconds behind his teammate. But Bottas is 15 seconds behind him. But they're about to be overtaken by a Ferrari, was fighting Pierre Gasly, and then Yuki Tsunoda's 22 seconds behind him. Gonna fight Guan Yu Zhou, Daniel Ricciardo, Kevin Magnussen, Schumacher and Lando Norris. Oh, there's a virtual safety car. Multiple cars have crashed. What's happened?
Virtual safety car, slow down.
What's happened there then?
Sounds like a few cars have crashed. Let's see what happened there.
What happened here then? I don't even know what happened. The AlphaTauri just stopped, and then Seb just crashed into him. Major collision caused. I don't think that was my problem. I don't really think that was my problem, FIA. I don't really think that was my problem, FIA. I'm not sure who it was. I think it was Yuki. I think Yuki... Well, my problem is Yuki just stopped in the middle of the track, now is it? Not going to blame me if Yuki stops in the middle of the track. What am I supposed to do? Not my fault that Yuki stopped in the middle of the track and I've crashed into him. That's not my fault. I didn't technically cause that crash. Well, this is our worst race of the season. Lance Stroll, 19th. Sebastian Vettel last with a 10-second time penalty.
Virtual safety car is ending.
And Stroll, well, he's going in for softs under no virtual safety car anymore.
Energy's good, Lance.
Okay.
Push.
Yeah, okay.
Go deploy a bit. Not that it matters. Yeah, you'll be fine, Seb.
Used energy.
Okay.
Because Stroll, pretty much, I think Stroll's guaranteed to finish at least 19th and Seb's guaranteed to finish at the bottom. That's where it goes. In the last lap of the Grand Prix, for some drivers, Carlos Sainz leads the way from his teammate Charles Leclerc,
Run wide there.
who is
We can take a look now.
9 seconds
Let's have
behind
a
than
look
Seb.
here. This was the Aston Martin.
As if he's not had a great race. He's had as if he's not had a great race so far. He just runs it wide.
The team are really disappointed.
He just runs it wide there. It looks like Carlos Sainz could be taking the win, Julie. Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez behind. They've got a little bit of traffic. In Alex Albon to deal with.
So this is last lap. This is last lap.
Copy.
And it does look like it is a definite Ferrari 1-2. It's just a case of which Red Bull will finish on the podium. Will it be Perez or Verstappen? Hamilton, well, he's not close enough, like 41 seconds behind. Esteban Ocon, I think he's pretty much confirmed P8 to be honest. Esteban Ocon's pretty much confirmed P8 with his positioning, isn't he? DRS has been enabled.
DRS is enabled. DRS is enabled.
Let's have a look. There
And
we
there
go.
he is.
It's a win for Sainz.
Carlos Sainz does it, brings it home for Ferrari at the Italian Grand Prix. Ferrari definitely happy with that one. Great drive from the Spaniard. Takes another win. And Leclerc finishes second. Making it a Ferrari 1-2 at their home race. Ferrari will definitely be happy with that result today. Matteo Binotto. He's actually made a few sensible decisions today.
No saving required.
Yeah.
He's made a few sensible decisions today and he's got Ferrari a 1-2 at their home race. And a dominant 1-2 for Carlos Sainz, so that is 10 seconds ahead of Leclerc at the end of that race. But as things stand at the end of the race, Stroll finished 19th. For us, Seb finished stone dead last. Not a great rate for us.
A solid performance there from Lance Stroll.
It's not great. The Williams is not going to be ahead of
Aston
us.
Martin had a good enough weekend, but there's still some margin for improvement here.
Yes, this was a contrasted performance, but there were some good moments. There is promise here of great things down the line.
With the race wrapped up, the team is ranked in 9th in the constructor standings.
Yep,
Coming up next, the
Yep.
teams will be taking
the Williams have gone ahead of us now, as expected.
Hard Rock Stadium is laying down the track for a captivating race at the Miami Grand Prix.
As expected. As expected, the Carlos Sainz still leads the charge in the driver's standings, looking to get his first Drivers' Championship win in Ferrari. 72 points ahead of Red Bull. Looking very strong so far. After 4 races, Ferrari looking very strong. Well, no, we're not actually. I was going to say the Williams team will be ahead of us now. They're not. I was kind of expecting Williams to be ahead of us now. I mean, Stroll apparently is just last now behind Latifi. Well, at least you're not 21st in a 20 driver championship, Latifi. Seb's got a total 200 experience. Seb definitely gains a lot less experience than Stroll does, it must be said. Seb definitely gains a lot less experience than Stroll, I've noticed. Bonus clause fish 10 or higher. Our car's nowhere good beyond that. Yeah, it was a pretty terrible race to be fair. It wasn't great at all. Yeah, the board didn't like that one. The board confidence is medium. So they're not over happy, they're satisfied. They're satisfied with everything right now, but that's kind of it. That's just kind of it, really. These rejected 8th above, we're currently below that. Not by much, though. I think if we can just score like 1 point, I think if we can just maybe score even just 1 point, we'll be in that stand. Yeah, we'll kind of just bump ourselves. We'll kind of just bump ourselves from that standpoint, really. We're on the same level as McLaren, who have scored 1 point. From Lando, I believe it was. Was it Lando that got their 1 point? I think it was, wasn't it? Check. No, it was actually Ricciardo who's got their 1 point in the season. Not Lando, that's interesting. That's interesting, it was actually Ricciardo who got their 1 point, not Lando. Huh. Who knew? Who knew? Next time though, the Miami International Autodrome, where we have definitely got we have 2 new car parts coming in. We do, we've got a front wing and a new chassis coming in. So that could be pretty good. And we'll get to, because we're done with the car upgrade, we'll get to finally check out the research screen and see what the research screen actually is. Because I haven't seen it yet. Because it's only just recently unlocked. And, well, I can't look at it right now because I've already got car parts on the go. But not a great Italian Grand Prix from us. It was kind of terrible. Kind of meh. Wasn't great. But we look ahead now. We move on. We look ahead. And we go to Miami. Where maybe this Miami Grand Prix will be more exciting than the actual Miami Grand Prix. Because the actual Miami Grand Prix was pretty boring until the last 2 laps. When Mick Schumacher collided with Sebastian Vettel. And could dump his chance to his first ever points. But that was kind of the only exciting thing to happen in that race. But maybe this Miami Grand Prix will be a little bit more exciting in this game. We'll have to wait and see. We'll need to see how it goes. It might be more exciting. Who knows? We shall see.